Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the New Orleans Pelicans tonight. Now, guys, before I get into the heartbreaking must-win scenario situation with the Lakers, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all the good social media stuff. And of course, like always, guys, make sure to subscribe to my podcast. It's basically the same content that I give on YouTube, only you can listen to me on the go. Well, if you're driving or working out, it's basically the same content that I give on YouTube, only you can listen to me on the go. And I really do appreciate the love and support you guys give me all across social media. Let's continue to grow this channel with your love and support. Much appreciated. So guys, let's talk about this Lakers heartbreaking loss against the New Orleans Pelicans. It was supposed to be a must-win scenario for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes all said and done. But unfortunately, in the second half, the Lakers fall under the pressure. Nothing new here. This season has been a downhill for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes all said and done. All expectations that we were expecting from the Lakers before the season ever started went directly out the window, obviously due to chemistry and certain players not stepping up to the best of their abilities. And plus, with the reports before the season, the Lakers were an old team, and obviously it's been showing, and ever since. So obviously the Lakers now, with this loss, they fall to the 10th seed in the Western Conference. They're still in the play-in tournament. But, guys, this is where things get really scary when it comes to the Lakers situation and where they're at. They have 8 games remaining, and they have a tough schedule ahead of them. Last time I checked, I believe, the next game they'll be facing the Dallas Mavericks, and the next one will be the Jazz. And then it will be like a back-and-forth type of situation. The Lakers could get a win against the Pelicans again. They could get a revenge win against them. I know that's still under their schedule last time I checked. So that could be a win, but the rest is another tough scenario. I mean, I know the Lakers are going to be facing the Phoenix Suns, the Golden State Warriors, and twice with the Denver Nuggets. So, and I'm probably missing another team, but yeah, with 8 games remaining into the season, obviously, the Lakers have a tough schedule ahead of them, and it kind of puts into question, can the Lakers manage, with these 8 games remaining, to stay within the play-in tournament? Still remains to be seen, because, the Lakers, guys, they always do this. When it comes to how they were playing, if they were playing well in the first half of the second and third quarter, or the first and second quarter, but for some reason, they fall under the pressure when it comes to the third and fourth quarter. And that's how this season has been for the Lakers. Because I can really count how many that the Lakers could have won certain matchups in certain situations. Obviously, the beginning of the season, when it comes to the OKC Thunder, that's obviously should have been a win type of scenario for the Lakers. And, just one of those mediocre type of teams like, Minnesota and the San Antonio Spurs, the Pelicans. I mean, there was a lot of teams in the Lakers, matchups that could have been winnable type of scenarios. Now, I am so glad I'm not a betting man. So obviously that, I would have lost a lot of money if I would have bet on the Lakers winning certain matchups in winnable type of scenarios. But, thank goodness for that. But when it comes down to it, guys, I mean, obviously the Lakers, they were playing very well. When it comes to the first half of the game, the second and third quarter was just maybe the best, first half scenarios for the Los Angeles Lakers this season. But for some reason, the Lakers just, I'm not sure, I'm not sure how things turned around so quickly because the Lakers basically allowed the Pelicans have a 41-point game in the third quarter, and then when it came to the fourth no excuse me the third quarter, but when it came to the fourth the the fourth quarter, I might be excuse me guys, I probably got it right, but when it comes down to it, I mean the fourth quarter situation, the Lakers only scored 14 points. 14 points. So basically, the Lakers just really shut down when it came to the fourth quarter, and they really lost an opportunity there. And there's a lot to blame when it comes to this. Obviously, you can go directly to the coaching. I personally, obviously blame the coaching for this season, to be honest, because some players, let's not ignore it also. Russell Westbrook, since this beginning of the season, has not been a fit for the Lakers, and he really has not been producing to the expectations that we were expecting from Russell Westbrook. The MVP type of caliber guy, future Hall of Famer. But unfortunately, we did not see that, and he did not live up to expectations until recently with a couple of games before this one, where he was really showing that he is feeling the rhythm and feeling comfortable when it comes to being part of the Lakers. But unfortunately, it wasn't the case. So for the rest of the season. But other than that, we can obviously blame the coaching. But there's some players that could be part of the conversation for this loss. But guys, when you look at the stat line, obviously LeBron James came to play. Obviously, I mean, this is LeBron James. He, regardless, he always puts up great numbers, and he always steps up for the Lakers, and he just carries the team on his back, and it has been this way, throughout this season. And it's just due to the circumstances. He's literally carrying the team on his back, and when it comes to the first half, you can just tell with LeBron leading the way, the rest of the team follows suit. But for some reason, when it came to the second half, obviously we saw him roll his ankle, which obviously was a scary situation. But he quickly came back in the fourth quarter, trying to help this team. But unfortunately, the rest of the team did not step up to the plate in the second half, and it was just another disappointing situation when it comes down to it. And then obviously LeBron James put 39 points numbers for the Los Angeles Lakers, and it was just sensational on his part. So great job out there for the King. And then when you look at Russell Westbrook, obviously, guys, we have to give him some credit. I mean, he really stepped up for the Lakers. He had a pretty good, solid night, had 18 points out there tonight. And, when it comes down to it, he tried his best to help out LeBron James and the rest of the crew, but unfortunately, also, it wasn't enough. And then when you look at the rest of the Lakers, obviously, none of them put up big numbers, in my opinion. And, for some reason, Austin Reeves did not step up, in my opinion. Sure, I believe last time I checked, he put up like 5 rebounds and like maybe 5 assists or something like around that range. But, I did not really see his presence out there, against the Pelicans tonight. And then when you look at the bench, obviously, Malik Monk obviously put up some big numbers, put up I believe 20 or 23 points out there tonight for the second unit. But when it comes to the rest of the second unit with THT and, Carmelo Anthony, obviously they did not step up whatsoever. Carmelo Anthony only put up 3 points out there. So not a lot of effort from the second unit that maybe caused the Lakers loss tonight. But, guys, it was just so disappointing to see this Lakers team not to take this opportunity to get a win over the Pelicans so they can obviously seal at that time, the 9th seed. But unfortunately, it's just not the case. And now with 8 games remaining, the Lakers need to find some way to win games with these 8 games remaining. That's all what they really have to do moving forward after this point, because, with the San Antonio Spurs 1 game off from the Lakers, they could potentially knock off the Lakers with their 8 games remaining, and potentially the Lakers could be out of the play-in tournament. I mean, guys, this is right now, as I said from the beginning, this is going to be a scary 2 weeks for the Los Angeles Lakers, or maybe 3 weeks, excuse me, around those ranges. Things will potentially start to heat up for the Los Angeles Lakers with their tough schedule, and with the Pelicans having an easy schedule under their plate. That's if they win games, but, still remains to be seen. I mean, things may change hands. You never know. With these 8 games remaining, maybe the Pelicans are not doing so well, or maybe the Spurs are not doing so well. Maybe the Lakers can gain some momentum, because of their maybe failures. But, still remains to be seen. But, as I said, the Lakers have a tough schedule, and it's going to be very, very tough for them in these 8 games remaining into the regular season. And, guys, we just had to, at this point, just hope that the Lakers manage and hopefully, try to win some winnable games. Last time I checked, as I said from the beginning, when it came to the scheduling, I think the Lakers could get a win against the Pelicans in these couple of games into the regular season. And with Golden State Warriors, I know they beat them last time, so maybe the Lakers can get another one under their belt against the Golden State Warriors. I believe maybe the Nuggets game, maybe they can get a win on that particular front. But, it still remains to be seen. And there's also the Utah Jazz. I know the Lakers have been very good when it comes to facing them. I believe they're like 2-1 against them this season, last time I checked. So, they play very well when it comes to playing against the Utah Jazz. So that could be a winnable situation, but, it's just up to the Lakers if they want to achieve that. So we just have to wait and see, guys. So please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel. Please give me your thoughts about the Lakers and their 8 games remaining and their situation as it stands now. Do you think it's a scary moment and maybe the Lakers will potentially, maybe get out of the play-in tournament with the Spurs right behind them, and, the Pelicans have an easy schedule under their belt, remaining? Is it a scary situation? I think it is, guys, because, with Anthony Davis still being out, and, with LeBron James trying to remain healthy, and, with his situation with the team, could the Lakers pull off some wins under their belt that will be manageable for them to stay within the play-in tournament? It sort of remains to be seen. So, and guys, I really want to know your thoughts about it. Please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel. Please like all of my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at ZSPN. Guys, I will be active on social media when it comes to, the Lakers and, with the, as I said, the 8 games remaining. This is going to be a lot of news when it comes to the Lakers and their playoff aspirations. So, it's getting very close, and, we just have to wait and see if the Lakers live up to expectations with these games remaining, and hopefully the Lakers could win some, and, we just have to wait and see, and I'll keep you guys up to date about everything that goes down when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers, about the news, updates, game analysis, and speculations, everything that goes down when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. I will deliver you all on this channel and all across social media. Please follow me on all social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at ZSPN. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button so you will know when I upload on this channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.